Next we're doing multiplication. Now, whenever sum tells you times, that means you are using multiplication. So when we're talking about you have 5 bags of corn that weigh 2 kilograms each, that's 2 times 5. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10. When you have things that look like this, when they work with blocks and they say 5 rows of 5, what that means is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little blocks in each row, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in total. So what this block represents is 5 times 5. Okay, and when you work this out, the easiest way with these less than 5 things are just to count in 5s on your hand. Okay, 5 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That gives us 25. Now, when it comes to your times table, you need to study this. You need to learn this. I'll link to it in the below this video. You need to memorize this. Okay, how it works is you start off 1 times 1 gives us 1. 2 times 2 gives us 4. 3 times 3 gives us 9. 4 times 4 gives us 16. You see where I'm going with this, but you can also count in 2s and 3s and so on. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 2 times 2 is 1. Oh, sorry, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. Over here, the 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12. You count in them. Now, this is memory work. That's all it is. There's no other buts about it. This is the quickest way to do your times tables. Some people struggle with memorization of this. That's where the tricks come in. I'm going to teach you a few of these tricks. Now, when it comes to your 6, 7, and 8 times table, there's a little trick that you can do with your hands. Okay. How it works is, if you have, let's say, 6 times 6, what you do is, when you look at your fingers, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which one is your 6th finger? It's your little thumb. So when you're working with 6 times 6, you take your 6th finger down, and the same on that side, because we have 6 times 6. What you do then is you count your 10s. Your 10s are the fingers that are down. So it's 1 and 2. So it's 20. You write down 20. So 6 times 6, 6 times 6, we're working out now. So we write down 20 plus, then we take our fingers that are at the back, right, the ones that are still loose, that are not down, and we say 4 times 4. So what's 4 times 4? 16. Then you plus them together. When we have, say, 7 times 8, right, let's go again. If we say 7 times 8, your 7th finger is this one, right? So when you are looking at your hands, remember the trick behind the 6, 7, and 8 times table is looking at your hands. Your hands are looking at you and you're looking at them. 7 is those 2 fingers. 8 is those, or are those. Now, you count in your 10s again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Write down 50. Plus. So, we have those fingers. Then, the ones that are still loose times each other. So 3 times 2 gives you 6. And you plus them together. And that's your answer. Let's say we have 8 times 8. Now, you have 3 fingers down and 3 fingers down. You count in tens. Okay, that gives you 60. Plus, now you times the ones that are still loose. 2 times 2 gives you 4. Plus them together. Okay, eventually this will start becoming second nature, but in the beginning this is the easiest way to teach yourself. Now another little trick, this works for everything above 5, because anything beneath 5 it's still easy to count in 3s and 4s and so on. It's a bit more difficult to count in 6, 7 and 8s, right? Now when it comes to the 9 times table, there's a different trick. With the 9 times table, your hands are looking away from you. Now, let's say it's 1 times 9. All you do is you'll take your first finger down. What's it? It's 9. 2 times 9 will give you 1, 8, meaning 18. 3 times 9, third finger down, gives you 2 and 7, so 27. 4 times 9, 36. 5 times 9, 45. 6 times 9, 54. 7 times 9, 63. 8 times 9 gives you 72. 9 times 9 is 81. And then obviously, you know, counting in tens is easy again. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And 11s, remember, 1 times 11 is 11. 2 times 11 is 22. So they just repeat. Okay. And when it comes to the 10 and 100 times table, there's a very simple trick to this. When you have, let's say, 20 times 10, all you do is you add a little 0 to this. So it becomes 200. When you are looking at 2,000 times 10, once again, simple. You add that little 0, so it just becomes 4 zeros instead of 3. When you are working with 100,